Mangroves of several species grow along the muddy margins of lagoons and river mouths. These plants shelter a wide variety of fish species, and by casting right under the trailing branches, it's sometimes possible to catch lots of tarpon.
Oh yeah, oh I had that.
That looks a bit bigger, Steve.
Fly tackle is perfect, not only for attracting the fish, but for getting out just the right length of line time after time.
What are you going to do, try and unhook it there?
Tarpon of this size are perfect on an 8-weight fly rod.
Oh, what a beauty.
The fly reel needs to be salt waterproof.
Yeah. Fantastic.
If you don't want to fly fish, tarpon will also take live baits or wobble dead baits cast on spinning gear.
Excellent.
Larger tarpon can be found in many situations, including the open sea, and they're a different proposition altogether. In this case, the fly anglers in the charter boat tried to cash in on the fish that we had found from the beach. But the boat was a serious problem for our pal Steve Hill as he played his huge fish.
It's a long way out, isn't it?
It soon became obvious that the tarpon was heading for the boat, and suddenly Steve could feel the line jagging under the hull.
What you might want to do, Steve, is run down the beach and get it the other side. Is it still under the boat?
Okay.
You can tell how far out this fish is. Look at the line. It's almost horizontal. Eventually, the fish was wallowing in the edge, almost within reach, and then, disaster.
Oh, it's off. What a bugger.
Big tarpon are very difficult to land from the beach, and even when they seem beaten, they often break free under the strain of surf and sheer weight. However, the thrill of playing such a fish to a standstill can make it the holiday of a lifetime.
Tarpon are perhaps the most widespread of the Grand Slam species, and can be found all around the Caribbean, They often hang out in areas that are easily accessible to the visiting angler, and this, coupled with their formidable size and fighting prowess, makes them one of my favourites. Here's a group of fish I found nosing around an old dilapidated harbour wall. Something had attracted them close in, and as I watched, I could see they were rooting around for scraps and fish heads that had been chucked in by the local fishermen. Further along, where the wall joined the beach, tarpon were tailing as they mopped up the leftovers in the breaking surf. I propped the video camera on the end of the wall and left it on record and stuck a fish head on a circle hook. I only had my £20 boat gear with me, not ideal for casting, but the fish were right in the edge, so I pulled off a few yards of line from the multiplier and lobbed the bait into the surf. As I tightened to the freeline bait, I could feel the long jag, and then a hard pull. I set the hook, and I was in. As with most tarpon, this one didn't stay hooked for long, and of course, there's always some local advice to tell you what you should have done.
When it takes, you have to give it slack. Because I will jump out and spit out the hook. So you have to give it slack.
When he sees the bait, you'll get a good one in a minute. Oh, here it comes. Woo, that's my bait.
A couple of days later, Steve Hull and I took an evening boat trip out from the same beach, and the tarpon was still there. We used float fish live baits this time, and Steve's fish gave him a serious workout on his spinning gear and £30 braid.
Oh, you're up to 11 minutes now then, Steve.
Come on, baby, come on. Alright, wind down.
It's little moments like this, and he gets his head down again. Kevin does that just to stir them up a bit more.
You get another 5 minutes out of it, yeah.
Oh, he touched the leader for me. That's a Tobago fish.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen you under pressure so for a very long time. I think today this one has the upper hand.
It's a good fish.
It's a young, strong fellow. That's right.
Got him?
Steve's young son Chris wasn't about to be outdone by the old man and plays his tarpon like a pro.
Hang of us now.
Oh! How heavy is this one?
I don't know, you haven't caught it yet. side then. Be careful now when you're coming up. There you go, you can wind in about another side.
That's what I'm wearing. Whoa, sweet.
Okay, put the live liner up.
Just back it up.
Put the live liner up, that's it now. Okay, put the rod down on the side there. And set in the middle.
Nice fish.
Like that. Sort of push them up a little bit. No.
When you're kicking it.
Look at the camera there.
Unlike us, our pal Alan Hughes is the epitome of sartorial elegance on the flats. Bonefish take flies well and fight just as hard as they say in all the books and magazines. If they decide to run, you just have to let them go. But they will tire, eventually. Of course, Alan never fishes anywhere without a permit.
Richard plays a monster stingray. Where do you think that? Are you doing any? Are you having any impression on it?
I don't think so. Well, look at it.
Stingrays may not be the most sporting fish, but don't ignore them. Their digging activities often attract bonefish and permit that can be caught in the fly.
Hook, I think he knows it's on the hook now. Rick.
You can tell where it's going by the cloud of mud.
Is he still taking line by any chance?
Yeah, I'm giving it a look.
Walk with it a bit.
I'm gaining.
Mate, still here, look. That's a bigger one, eh?
There's another one. There's
Yeah,
three.
the other one's bigger.
There's three.
4, 5. Be close.
Yeah. Don't annoy it.
She blows!
You're not taking my monster stingray seriously, guys.
Oh, we certainly are.
Well, that's the biggest fish so far this trip.
By about sort of 10 times.
Many bonefish are caught by sight casting, but this one was hooked fishing chuck and chance it over a large bed of turtle grass.
Looks like bonefish.
Doesn't it?
Excellent, huh?
A float and a crab bait on spinning tackle can also be deadly for
Hey,
bonefish.
well done, Hayley.
It's a bit slippery.
Hold it nice and tightly.
Jump on me. Ah.